Welcome to the Architecture Woodshop and Digital Fabrication Lab on the Marietta campus of Kennesaw State University. This video is about carving using power tools. This video will cover the types of power tools that we have which can be used to carve wood, foam, and plastic. At the end of this video, you will know which power tool is appropriate for your project and how to safely and properly use them. Power carvers must be checked out by notifying a shop staff person and signing out the equipment on the checkout log. A power carver can be used on projects that require removing a large amount of material very quickly and/or for carving details. Power carvers can be used to shape and create texture in the following materials: wood or wood-like products, with the exception of MDF, foam, and plastic. If you have questions about the material you want to power carve, please ask a staff person first. Power carvers have many moving and spinning parts, so tie back any loose hair, remove jewelry, and secure loose clothing. Power carvers create a lot of dust and debris. Respirator masks should be worn while in use. You are responsible for providing your own NIOSH N95 respirator mask. They are available at the big box hardware store. Safety glasses are to be worn at all times while in the shop and while using the power carvers to protect your eyes from dust and debris. You should wear a face shield to protect your face from flying material produced during the carving process. Power carvers are also very loud and high-pitched. You must use hearing protection while using them. As mentioned, power carving creates dust, which is a safety hazard. If you want to do power carving on your project, you must do it in the shop, not in the studio. The shop doesn't provide Dremel or similar lighter weight rotary tools. If the power carving you want to do can be done using a Dremel or similar rotary tool, you should bring your own rotary tool to the shop and use it here. Even when using your own equipment, the shop staff is responsible for your safety. You will be expected to comply with the following rules. Your Dremel or other power tool must be inspected by a shop staff member to assure that there are not any issues with the power cord or the case of the tool. All safety rules, particularly those for securing material and personal protection from dust and noise, apply. You will need to have both hands available to use a power carver. Before you begin carving, you should secure your material in a vise or use clamps, bench dogs, holdfasts, or hold downs. If the material you want to carve is long, has a flat bottom, and square ends, bench dogs can be used to secure your material. If the material you want to carve is tall with square sides, a vise can be used to secure your material. If the material you want to carve is small, specially made holding jigs can be used to secure your material. Holdfasts or hold downs are another means for securing material for power carving. You might want to protect the surface of your piece with a block of cushioning wood. When you're using a power carver, you must be aware that the tool can grab your material and run across the surface. The spinning force of the blade tends to pull the tool across your material. Your tool may also slip and lurch forward unexpectedly. You must be sure that your clamps and/or vise are clear of the path of your cutting edge. If the tool hits the metal, it can break or damage the carving blade, chisels, and burrs. If you are unsure how to safely secure your material, ask a shop staff person. In addition to wearing a personal protective respirator mask, you must use portable dust collection when you use a power carver. Check with the shop staff person about setting up that dust collection for you to use. Now we're ready to take a look at the different types of power carvers that are available to you. We have 3 different types of power carvers: the Foredom Flex Shaft Rotary Carver, the Foredom Reciprocating Carver, and the Mini Grinder with Arbortech blade or saber-tooth disc. First, we'll look at the Foredom Flex Shaft Rotary Carver. It is great for quickly shaping and for doing finer detail carving. The Foredom comes with a hanging motor, a speed control foot pedal, and a handpiece with long flexible shaft. The Foredom Rotary Carver is a much higher quality, heavy-duty version of a Dremel. It is made from heavy-duty materials, has a stronger motor, greater comfort in hand, and is more versatile than the Dremel. It has a larger collet that can hold larger cutting burrs. Several sizes, shapes, and degrees of coarseness of carving and shaping bits are available for you to check out from the shop staff. To set up the rotary carver, get one of the hangers from the wall in the sanding area. You will need to locate a workbench that has a vise. Secure the hanger in the vise on the dominant side of your work area so that you don't have to work across your body. Remove the motor from the box and secure it on the hook at the top of the hanger. Place the foot pedal on the ground on your dominant side. To insert the bits in the rotary carver, use the pin and wrench provided in the kit. Align the holes in the shaft so that you can insert the pin all the way through the shaft, locking the shaft in place. Use the wrench to loosen the collet if necessary. Then insert the bit and use the wrench to tighten the collet. The collet should be tightened securely but not over-tightened. Be sure to remove the pin before using the carver. First, plug the motor cord into the foot pedal and then plug the foot pedal into the power source. Before you begin carving, secure your material with a vise, clamps, or specially made hold downs as previously mentioned. Both of your hands must be behind your carving edge. Never put your hands in the path of your tool as they are all extremely sharp and can cause serious injury. Also, double check to be sure there are not any clamps in the potential tool path. The rotary carver should be used in a seated position. The important thing is to be comfortable so that you have full range of motion and can comfortably operate the foot pedal. The tool will only start to spin when pressure is applied to the foot pedal. You can control how fast or slow the tool spins based on the pressure you apply to the pedal. When you begin to carve, use light pressure so the tool doesn't dig in and remove too much material or take off out of your control. The Foredom Reciprocating Carver is a motor-driven type of handpiece that attaches to a Foredom flex shaft. It uses a pressure-sensitive, spring-loaded head to carve material with very little effort on the part of the user. The reciprocating speed is controlled by a rotary dial. The reciprocating carver can hold a variety of gouges and chisels. U-gouges are used to rough out a design and remove large amounts of material. V-chisels, or veining tools, are used to put in small details. Straight chisels are used to make stop cuts or for making flat cuts. Get one of the hangers from the wall in the sanding area. You will need to locate a workbench that has a vise. Secure the hanger in the vise on the dominant side of your work area. Remove the motor from the box and hang it on the hook at the top of the hanger. Place the power box with the rotary dial on the table in front of the motor. To insert a chisel or gouge on the reciprocating carver, make sure that the machine is unplugged. Use the wrench provided in the box to loosen the collet and insert the bit. Then use the wrench to retighten the collet. Make sure that the power cord is securely plugged into the power box with rotary dial, and then plug it into the power source. You should start by securing your material using a vise, clamps, or hold downs as previously shown. Remember to verify that there are no clamps in the potential tool path. When you are ready to carve, turn the motor on using the rotary dial on the power box. The reciprocating motion of the chisel or gouge will only activate when pressure is applied to the cutting edge in a carving motion. Apply light pressure to make delicate and minimal cuts. Apply a heavier pressure and make the tool angle steeper to make more aggressive cuts. Do not try to cut deeper than the sides of the chisel or bit you are using. The Arbortech Mini Grinder carving tool is excellent for shaping and detailing furniture accents, making textures, signs, relief carvings, sculptures, and bowls. Depending on the size and type of cutting burr or blade you use, you can use the Mini Grinder for rough shaping, detail carving, and finishing any small to medium-sized carving. The 6-inch long extension arm allows you access to confined areas. With it, you have good visibility and safe maneuverability. The Mini Grinder comes with 2 different types of attachments you can use for shaping and carving. The first type of cutting attachment is the 2-inch saber-tooth round disc for texturing and shaping. The second and more aggressive attachment is the Arbortech cutting blade. The 2-inch diameter blade allows rapid removal of material. However, this blade can get away from you very easily, so maintain a good grip on the tool. When using an Arbortech Mini Grinder, you should secure your material using a vise, clamps, holdfasts, or specially made hold downs as was previously shown. You will need both hands available to use the Mini Grinder. If you need to change the attachment, you should first unplug the carver. You will need to locate the Allen wrench included in the grinder box, as well as a flathead screwdriver. Use the screwdriver to lock the rotating head in place. Then insert the Allen wrench into the nut located in the center of the attachment and turn counterclockwise to loosen and remove the carving disc or blade. Replace it with the desired attachment, tighten the nut, then remove the Allen wrench and screwdriver. When using the Mini Grinder, you should be in a standing position, with both feet firmly planted and your weight over your feet. You will have one hand on the body of the grinder and the other holding the handle of the grinder. Note that you can change which side the handle is depending on if you are right or left-handed. Your hand should never be near the cutting edge of the Mini Grinder. Make sure the switch is in the off position before connecting the grinder to a power source. Turn on the tool and ensure that the machine is running at full speed before you contact the material to be worked on. When approaching the material with either the Arbortech or saber-tooth disc, it is very important to use a light touch. Both tools are extremely aggressive and have the potential to remove tremendous amounts of material, or worse, race across the material out of control. With the saber-tooth disc, you will be able to use the flat side of the disc with the teeth to shape your material or the edge of the disc to outline a profile. With the Arbortech blade, all sides of the blade can be used for shaping and carving. You can use the edge of the blade to make more aggressive gouge cuts, as well as shaping with lighter passes. You can turn the blade on its flat side to shape and carve away material using a sweeping motion. The power carvers must be checked out with one of the shop staff. The tools are located in the office. Do not remove or use them without shop staff permission, each and every time you use one. If you are unsure about which tool you need to use for your design, contact a staff person. If you think something other than a vise or clamp is needed to hold your material, contact a staff person. We have many different clamping solutions. If for any reason you feel uncomfortable with a power carver or have any questions, please contact a staff person. Significant safety concerns when using a power carver are the following. You must always secure the material you're carving so the material does not move and so that the tool will not hit any clamps or vise or metal. If you are unsure how to safely secure your material, ask a shop staff person for assistance. You should not let your fingers get close to the cutting burr or blade. Always keep both hands behind the cutter. Carve away from yourself. You should not force the carvers. Let the tools do the work. A light touch is all that is needed. Anything more could cause you to lose control and result in an injury. If you want to bring your own Dremel or carving tool into the shop, it must be approved by a shop staff member before operation. When you are finished using a power carver, collect the tool, cords, accessories, and bits. Store them in the appropriate bin and check them back into the office with a staff member. Return any clamps or hold down to the appropriate storage place. Sweep up any dust or debris from your work area.
Thank you for watching the video, and we welcome you to visit us in the shop sometime soon.